This is a cancer surgery. One of the problems with this, even for surgeons who've been looking at this a lot, is you can't see the cancer, especially when it's hidden below the surface. And so what we're starting to do is we're starting to inject specially designed markers into the bloodstream that will target the cancer. And we'll go, bind to the cancer, and we can make those markers glow, and we can take special cameras, and we can look at it. And now we know where we need to cut, even when it's below the surface. We can take these markers, and we can inject them in a tumor site, and we can follow where they flow out from that tumor site so that we can see the first places where that cancer might travel. We can inject these dyes into the bloodstream so that when we do a new vessel and we bypass a blockage on the heart, we can see if we actually made the connection before we close that patient back up again, something that we haven't been able to do without radiation before. We can light up tumors, like this kidney tumor, so that you can exactly see where the boundary is between the kidney tumor and the kidney you want to leave behind, or the liver tumor and the liver you want to leave behind. And we don't even need to confine ourselves to this macro vision. We have flexible microscopic probes that we can bring down into the body, and we can look at cells directly. I'm looking at nerves here, so these are nerves you see down on the bottom, and the microscope probe that's being held by the robotic hand up at the top. So this is all very prototypey at this point. But you care about nerves if you are a surgical patient because they let you keep continence, bladder control, and sexual function after surgery, all of which is generally fairly important to the patient. So with a combination of these technologies, we can reach it all and we can see it all. We can heal the disease and we can leave the patient whole and intact and functional afterwards. Now, I've talked about the patient as if the patient is somehow someone abstract outside this room, and that is not the case. Many of you, all of you maybe, will at some point or have already faced a diagnosis of cancer or heart disease or some organ dysfunction that's going to buy you a date with a surgeon. And when you get to that point, I mean, these maladies don't care how many books you've written, how many companies you've started, that Nobel Prize you have yet to win, how much time you planned to spend with your children. These maladies come for us all. And the prospect I'm offering you of an easier surgery, is that going to make that diagnosis any less terrifying? I'm not sure I really even want it to. Because facing your own mortality causes a reevaluation of priorities and a realignment of what your goals are in life, unlike anything else. And I would never want to deprive you of that epiphany. What I want instead is for you to be whole, intact, and functional enough to go out and save the world after you've decided you need to do it. And that is my vision for your future. Thank you.